Dobra den.
Dobra den.
Welcome back to our weekly update.
In snowy Bulgaria.
And it is very snowy and has been all week. We were forecast snow for this Tuesday, but it arrived on Saturday instead.
Caught us out slightly.
So it caught us out, and it's been on the ground ever since, really. It hasn't gone away. Yep. We've had a couple of extra flurries. We did get snow on Tuesday and Wednesday. So it's quite cold out there.
But the sun is out. We're hoping a thaw starts, although it's -3 outside, so yes. It may not start today.
We are forecast really cold weather this week as well.
Yes, next week it gets very cold overnight.
So as a result of that, we spent most of this week planning.
Yeah.
Because there wasn't much we could do outside. We've had a couple of trips into the village. We didn't go to Targovishti.
No.
So the snow put paid to that really, and also the cat food crisis is over.
Yes, we found an online supplier who will deliver. So we're just waiting for our first delivery.
Yes, I'm very shocked at the amount I spent on cat food.
It's more than she feeds me.
It's not more than I feed you. But it was more than our electric bill this month, which for those who are following with great interest is
37 lev.
Which is equivalent to about
16 quid. Excuse me.
So yeah, all good this week on the electric front. And we can now pay our bills online as well since we've got a mobile phone. So
which also avoids us having to go into Targovishti. So.
And we are saving a fortune by not going shopping. So the freezer is slowly starting to empty.
Yes, we'll probably need a monthly shop just to top the freezer up.
Yeah.
But we have worked out if we get a cab back, we don't have to carry it all on the bus. So.
And it means Adam doesn't have to go on a bus.
I'm not cut out for bus travel.
So we've got a couple of little videos this week. One is our roof space.
Yeah.
Above both the top house and the bottom house, which will make sense when you see the plan.
Yeah. And the other is the plan.
And the other is the plan.
We're going to show you a floor plan of the house. We're going to show you where it sits, the house sits on the property, along with the barns. Just so you can get an idea when we're talking about things of where we're doing them and what plans we have to change things. We decided to show you where our house was and also a floor plan of the house so you can get a general idea of what we've got here. Our property is located just off centre to the right of the picture. You can see our big barn, our house and our small barn. The area surrounding our land and the land next to us is all common land. We get a few cars and things come up there. It's also where the shepherd grazes his sheep. We see him on a regular basis. I've turned the picture 90 degrees so that the house closer resembles the plans when you see them. But you'll see our area of property is inside the purple line. Inside the lilac line is our house. The light blue line is the small barn and the green line is the large barn. Our woodland goes to about halfway up the property and then it's an open field. This is our property as it stands at the moment. You'll see it's divided into two sections, top house and bottom house. Currently, to get from the top house to the bottom house, you have to go through the front door, down the steps, along the path and in the double doors of the utility room. So in the top half of the house, we have the kitchen, the living room, the hallway and the bedroom. There's an outside porch area just outside the front door and then steps that lead down to the path. The bottom half of the house has the utility room where currently we have our bath, the tool room which will become Max's bedroom, and the lamb oven room which has a large, it's like a pizza oven and we're using that for storage at the moment. That's also access to the upstairs loft in the bottom half of the house. We are planning to change the use of some of the rooms. The kitchen will become our bedroom, the living room will stay as the living room. We're putting a wall up halfway along the hallway where the toilet is, putting a wet room in. What is currently our bedroom will become a kitchen and family room, but the major change there is we're planning on knocking through to the bottom house and putting some steps down so that we don't have to leave the house to get from the top half to the bottom half of the house. This should make it all one continuous flow through the house. The only room we'll need to leave the house to get to will then be the lamb oven room, which as I said currently is storage, but it will be access to upstairs above Max's room and the utility room. The utility room will stay as a utility room, but the tool shed as it currently is will become Max's room. We haven't put in the cellar. This is located beneath what is currently the bedroom and will become the kitchen and family room. The balcony that you saw is located above the porch and it actually forms the ceiling of the porch. Our largest task is going to be the kitchen and family room along with the cellar. We need to replace the ceiling of the cellar and the floor of the kitchen and family room. We need to knock the hole through from the top half of the house to the bottom half of the house. So this is going to be the major renovation work. On top of this, we'll need to relocate the loft hatch in the hallway. It has to come out of the wet room. At the moment we don't know if it's staying in the hall or it may go in above the kitchen and family room. That will be decided when we decide what we're doing with the loft. So that's what we're planning to do, and hopefully we'll get most of that done this year.
Yeah, one of the downsides about being stuck in this week with the snow is that Ziggy decided she was going to go to her first session of being on heat.
Yeah.
And she has been incredibly noisy, especially at 6 o'clock in the morning when she's deciding to call all the boys to the yard.
Only Major Tom's been coming and he's only been coming for food, so she's been a bit unlucky there.
Yeah, it's been quite a struggle keeping her in, hasn't it?
Yes.
she hasn't wanted to stay.
She's been very vocal about it.
Yeah.
But now she seems to be settling down again.
Yeah, so hopefully we're over the worst of it.
I hope so.
Yeah, it has been quite painful at times, hasn't it, Kat?
But we're getting there, aren't we?
Yeah.
We thought we'd show you the loft spaces that we've got in the house. This is the bottom end of the house, as you've seen in the plans. It's above the utility room, Max's bedroom. Access to it is up by the side of the lamb oven. I'm going to be building some stairs up, or some steps up there for a more permanent access. That's one of our chimneys. We have 4 in total. They're built into the walls and they take away the flue gases from the pechkas. We've got an old chest that's been left here which I haven't investigated yet. It may be reusable, we don't know. You can see light through some areas of the roof. This is because the roofs are basically just the tiles. There's no membrane layer in the roof. So a certain amount of light does get in around the tiles, but as long as you can't see the sky directly, you should be okay. In the hallway of the main part of the house, we have this green loft hatch. Currently there's only access to it with a ladder. We may be looking to change that in the future. This is the loft that's above the top half of the house. It covers all of the rooms, the bedroom, the hallway, kitchen and living room. It also leads out to the balcony through a little door. This is the end above the bedroom. In the corner you can see 2 large baskets. We're not sure what they're for, but they were left here and I haven't dragged them down yet. That's looking towards the area above the kitchen, and from there it turns the corner and there's an area above the living room. We may get round to boarding this out properly and actually making it into a usable space, but our most important thing is to give us access to the balcony. Here's the door to the balcony. That piece of tin's just to deflect rain if it comes in that direction, as is the plastic. Once you come out through the balcony door, this is the view you get. You can see the small barn, the field across the road, some of the village in the distance, and looking the other way there's our neighbours. There's our neighbour's land and the view across the roof of the big barn. All looking quite splendid with the snow. An update on the smoked cheese if anyone's interested. Out of all the flavours and varieties we tried, the Bulgarian cheese wasn't particularly good.
One was better than the other.
One was better than the other, but not sure it was worth the effort with that. The Emmentaler as well didn't really work very well.
No, we're not doing that again.
No. The Brie was good.
Brie was excellent, and the cheddar was
excellent. The cheddar was outstanding. So we'll be doing Brie and cheddar and camembert. Smoked camembert is nice.
Yeah.
But yes, I don't think we'll be smoking the Bulgarian cheese anymore. It's a lot of effort for not a lot of return. Yes, we'll continue doing our little projects around the house, mainly to do with my hobbies while we're stuck in.
We've put up reflector panels behind our Petrka now.
Yeah, thank you, Nick.
Rather than just propping them behind it, they're actually on the wall.
Yeah, they're now secure to the wall, and hopefully give us a bit more heat back. So.
Cat! Sorry, she's just doing all her clothing. Well, that's about it for this week.
Yes, there's not much more to tell. Hopefully there'll be more next week, but we thought we'd keep it quite short. They're going to be short while we're weathered in to the house. Lynn doesn't want me going up on ladders or onto the roof when it's snowy. Neither do I, to be honest. So,
And outside, we've sorted most of the garden ready for next year.
Yeah.
And there's just really wood processing, which we'll
yeah,
catch up on.
which you've seen.
There's
So
no point going and doing that in -6 if we don't have to.
definitely not.
We have got temperatures forecast as low as -8 next week.
Possibly -10 overnight.
Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see. So far, the petrol's kept us fine. We're warm in the day. It doesn't run overnight, but the house does retain heat overnight, so we don't really notice it. We start it off in the morning. If it's really cold, if it's not cold, we start it usually.
Yeah. Or if we've got things to do, we get on with those in the morning and wait till we come in.
Yeah, have our little walks down the village with the very glistening, sparkly snow.
Lovely. So next week I might be coming to you in my sleeping bag suit, which is my emergency measures for if it gets too cold. So if I look like the black Teletubby next week, you'll know why.
You'll know that it is really cold and the Petra isn't quite warming us up, but I'm sure it will.
I'm sure it will as well. But, we'll just see how it goes. So, until next week, Doskaro from us, and we'll see you later.
I hope you're all safe. I hope you're all well.
Absolutely. And stay in.
Stay in.
Bye.
Bye. Ow! No claws.
Yeah. Where are you off to?
She's going. I'll see she's having a little roll around now.
Yeah, bless her. Yes. Go on.
I don't know what to say.
I don't know what to say.
I'll give
Never
you
work
air.
with children animals or mad cat women.
Mad cat.
Dead air. Kind of dead air.
Dead air.